All right, sixth graders, this is to help you with question 1 on CR 13. It says reference the table below that lists the number of left-handed and right-handed pitchers on each of several high school baseball teams. So for instance, on the Rabbits, there's 6 left-handed pitchers and 3 right-handed pitchers. How many right-handed pitchers do the Lions need in order to have the same ratio of left-handed to left-handers to right-handers as the Rabbits have? Okay, so we're looking for the Lions and the Rabbits to have the same ratio of left-handers to right-handers. Okay, so we only care about the Lions and the Rabbits. So those are what we'll focus on. And we want to have the same ratio. We want to have equal ratios of left-handers to right-handers. Left-handers to right-handers. Left-handers to right-handers. And we know about the Rabbits. And we want the Lions to have an equal ratio. So let's look at left-handed to right-handed for the Rabbits. So they have 6 left-handers and they have 3 right-handers for pitchers. And on the Lions, we want an equal ratio. What do we know about the Lions? We know how many lefties they have. They have 4 left-handed pitchers. We don't know how many right-handed pitchers there are. So I look here and I say, oh gosh, I got to find a connection between 6 to 4. What would I multiply 6 by to get to 4? Well, I could do 4 divided by 6 to figure that out. 4 divided by 6, we could always write as a fraction bar. This is my scrap. 4 divided by 6, I could write as 4/6. I can simplify that. Divide numerator and denominator by 2. 4/6 is the same as 2/3. So that means if I take 6 and I multiply it by 2/3, I'll get 4. Let's just double check that. 6 times 2/3. 6 is the same as 6/1. Multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 times 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 sure is 4. So if you take 6 and multiply it by 2/3, you'll get to 4. So what do I have to do with the 3? I have to multiply the 3 by 2/3. So if I take 3 times 2/3, that's the same as 3/1. Multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So they must have 2 right-handed pitchers. I'll show you another way you could have gone about this. You may have found it easier to first simplify this ratio. So if you simplify the ratio, so let me just do method 2. That should say method. Let's try that again. Method 2. If you know for the Rabbits, it's a 6-to-2 ratio, or I'm sorry, a 6-to-3 ratio, you can simplify that down. If it's 6-to-3, and I divide 6 by 3, I get 2. I divide 3 by 3, I get 1. 6-to-3 is the same as 2-to-1. And then if we did our left-handed to our right-handed, left-handed to right-handed, so over here we'd have our Lions. This 6-to-3 is the same as 2-to-1. And for our Lions, then you do 4 to how many? And then you could see 2 times 2 is 4. And 1 times 2 is 2. So the second method would involve taking the ratio for your Rabbits, putting it in simplest form by dividing the 6 by 3, the 3 by 3, getting 2-to-1. And then it's just an easier multiplication to deal with. But I didn't show you that right off the bat because for many of you, you might just go right to, okay, how do I get from my known to my other known? And so It's a little more complicated. If you want to do a simplified version, simplify the ratio first if you can, then set up your little upside down caret method. I hope that helps.